Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Max and Chad back with another conversation in autism, and today we wanted to start talking about some sensory stuff. And I've been fascinated for a long time, Max, with all of your sensory things, your perception of how the world works and how you hear things and how you feel things. And one of the things that has really fascinated me over the years is your desire to, what I think anyway, and you can tell me if I'm crazy, is your desire to feel weightlessness or weightless, like a floating, if you will. So a while back I read a book, and I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna butcher his name, but a Japanese boy who is autistic and nonverbal wrote a book about how he communicates and how he interprets the world. And so his name is Naoki Higashida. Probably sorry, Naoki, if I butchered that, but he wrote a book called The Reason I Jump. And the main part of the book was how he likes to feel weightless. And so, what is one of your favorite ways to feel weightlessness?
Go jump.
Yeah?
And also go swimming.
Where do we jump?
On the trampoline in our backyard.
Yeah. Should we show them some footage of you and I on the trampoline boosting you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Obviously, when we on the frame.
Okay, stay over here. You ready?
Oh no!
All right, do it backward.
Oh no! 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Holy cow!
Okay, I want you to high five me off of your back this time. 1, 2,
Yeah, I'll do that.
3. Oh, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna steal your bounce now.
No!
You are always happy on a trampoline, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. Max just got home from school, and he wasn't super stoked about life. He got frustrated about something that wasn't gonna happen today. And you got on the trampoline, and all your problems wash away. Yeah, let's go. So as I mentioned in that short clip, Max had a pretty rough ride home. He had expected to do some things when he got home, and he had a rough time. You were pretty frustrated, weren't you? What happened when you got on that trampoline?
I got happy again.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen you unhappy on the trampoline or, as you said, swimming in the water. I think that being weightless helps your mood and helps your spirit. Do you think that's true?
Oh yeah.
Do you know how to explain what happens in your body when you feel weightless?
Yeah, when I'm on the trampoline, or if I'm unhappy, like I'm mad, sad, or anything like that, and then I come to the tramp, and then I jump, and then my body loves, then I jump, and it makes it feel good.
Yeah. I was walking between our house and our garage yesterday, and the trampoline, I got a view of the trampoline, and I heard Max on there, and you were talking away and stimming. You were doing the chest pound and talking to yourself and walking back and forth, and I just stood there and watched. I smiled because you are so happy when you're on the trampoline.
Yeah, because it makes me calm down when I'm in bad places.
Yeah, that's good. Shame on me and your mother for only buying you a trampoline this year. We should have done it a long time ago, huh?
Yeah.
But you had grandparents and friends that had trampolines, so
Yeah.
yeah. So the other thing that's super fascinating about this whole weightlessness thing is the way you learned how to swim. So in 2014, and I'm going to try and dig up some footage. So we took a vacation to Cabo San Lucas to visit my brother who lived down there, and Max was 7. And no, you were 6, I think. And Max had not learned how to swim yet. And so we are a big water family. You'll see that we spend a lot of time out on the river and in the water, but at that time Max didn't know how to swim, and you started going into the parts of the pool that were deeper than you were tall. And I remember this plain as day. We still tell this story all the time. You started going down to the bottom. You loved to swim, and you had your goggles on, and so I'd look at you underwater and you had this big grin, and you would just come up for air and go right back under. And you'd come up for air and go right back under. And you would touch the bottom only when you needed to propel yourself up. You actually didn't really swim. You were just kind of bouncing off the bottom, but you loved the...
But I did swim a lot, though.
That's where you learned how to swim. Yeah. But you stayed underwater most of the time. And I remember 3 or 4 times people walked up to the pool complex of the place we were staying, and they would like, oh, what do we do? And I'm like, don't worry, he's got this, because it looked like you were drowning. You would flail and be underwater, and then you would just jump off the bottom really quick, come up for air, and then go back in and start flailing. And honestly, it did kind of look like you were drowning. But that's how you learn to swim. And it's fascinating to me that to this day, if you have to swim anywhere, if we jump off the side of our boat or if we're in a pool or something, Max doesn't swim on top of the water. He goes under and he swims. Everywhere when you're in the pool, most of the time you're underwater. And I think it goes back to this sensory thing with you and your body and how you like to feel like you're floating. And I think that it's like that for a lot of kids on the autism spectrum. And I think it's pretty cool. And so would you suggest to other people, or maybe parents, that they try that with their young kids?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Find a pool or find a trampoline or something super soft, like a big, cushy...
yeah, I would suggest whoever's watching our video that have autistic kids, go find like a trampoline or a swimming pool and just let them do their thing.
Yeah. I love it, man. That's a good word. Good job. Right on. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as we continue to do more of these conversations in autism, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the sensory stuff, because that part for me, I'm still learning about you, and I love now that you're 13, you're starting to be able to talk about these things more and how and why they affect you the way they do. So I want to talk about some of those sensory things. So thank you for explaining that today.
No problem.
All right. See you guys on the next one.
Hope you have a good day. Tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye. Dude, you killed it. Nice job.
It's going to be a popular video.